Hello and good evening, everybody. This is Taff for Taff's Word Live. Starting a couple of minutes late. My fault. Sorry about that one. Not that I was late getting ready to actually do the stream, but I'd forgotten to do the trivia again. I thought, no, I'd rather the guys have me a few minutes late than have no trivia for them. So here I am, and I've got four corkers for you. And I don't think any of you are going to get, well, not many of them at least anyway. So yeah, good evening everybody. I'm on my lonesome unfortunately tonight. Kev was meant to be here with me, but unfortunately couldn't make it. I did have a backup for him, but again, he's not been able to make it either. So I'm all on my lonesome. But I'm sure me on my own will be enough for you guys. I want to talk all football, so we're talking Champions League final. We're talking, obviously, this is my first live since the playoffs have, um, have come and gone. So I want to get you guys involved in all sorts of stuff. So, but the first thing I want to do, let's have a look and see what you've said so far. So Nick Muller, you're correct, 7 p.m. start. Only 3 minutes late, don't worry, I'll add them on. So Dan Short is in, Nick Muller is in. Hello to you guys. Cameron Williams, Richard Rabbit. What's the rabbit part for? Bit of a shagger, you mate. Luke County is no news, good news in regard to player contracts. I think waiting around for better deals by not signing. Possibly, mate, we don't know what's going to happen as far as that's concerned. Four players we're waiting for. Hopefully, we keep all four of them, but I can't see it somehow. I got a feeling two may move on. Oliver Allen is in. Obviously, there's Luke. Dan Butts a sket in it. No, I wouldn't say that much to be honest. Nick Muller, Wembley was a good day out despite the loss. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. It was a really, really good day out. It's just a shame we had to lose in the way that we did. With controversy, with a late goal, where penalties would have been a fair way of deciding it. There's a lot of Tranmere fans out there that are quite classless, although I did speak to some on the day who were very open and honest about what they thought, and they admitted they got away with one. So Marcus May, Andy Ruiz, what a guy. Well, we can talk boxing on you as well if you want, guys. Yeah, I didn't see that one coming. See the state of the guy. He's fatter than me, Andy Ruiz, and he actually beat someone at sport who is in the best shape that I think I've ever seen anybody in my entire life, and he's fatter than me. It's like saying that I could go and beat up Anthony Joshua and go 7 rounds plus with him, Liverpool didn't deserve it. Got to completely disagree with that. Tottenham were absolute crap. I don't know where anybody's getting this whole frigging thing about Tottenham with a better team and all that. It's like they did nothing in the game. They contributed absolutely nothing until the 75th minute when they had a few pot shots at goal. I mean, Liverpool was shit. Don't get me wrong, but Liverpool had the class about them to do what they needed to do to win the game. I mean, there's no way I could have seen it ever really going any other way than the way that it went in the end, before the game and during. So Dan Shotball and Liverpool win the Champions League, yeah, absolutely. They had to win something, didn't they? Mike Larks is in. Evening, how you doing? And lucky in the playoffs, you deserved more from that game. We absolutely did, but I suppose you could say Tottenham could have deserved more from their game. I know I've just slated the premise that they were the better team and all that, but they actually had chances right at the end and they could have turned that game around. They didn't take them though. That's the thing. We had chances, we didn't take them, but we should have had a couple of better chances with regards to being from the penalty spot. But then obviously in the other playoffs as well, congratulations Charlton, congratulations Aston Villa. Um, it was all of the playoff games were great games, great occasions. I mean, our game was quite scrappy, but it was a battle. And it depends how you look at football. I mean, if you're in it for the entertainment and you think football has to be entertaining for you to enjoy it, you're obviously watching the wrong sport. Unfortunately, you want to go and go and watch a circus or something like that if you're looking to be entertained. Football is just so unique and raw. It really gets under your skin and if you really allow it to get inside you, as bad as that sounded then, sorry, football can be amazing regardless of whether a game's exciting or not, you know. Just being there and willing every single pass, kicking the ball with, the players who are playing for the team that you support or the team that you want to win that game if it's not a team that you support playing. it's something quite special, the feeling that you get when you're there, your heart's racing, and you're standing there feeling like you're calm, but your subconscious is doing somersaults, as you're watching the game. And it doesn't matter, obviously, the bigger the game, the more intense it is, but then the the less of the game, it's still there because you're still watching. You still want someone to win, And I always find that when I'm watching football, I want to see someone win the game. So I always choose a side. But I don't know. That's just me. That is, football's a very, very special sport. Yeah, there we go. I got to catch up on what you're saying, guys. So I want to give you your first bit of trivia. I made the bloody thing late, so I could do that. So let's catch up then. So Cameron Williams, Richard Rabbit, come on, blood, a greeting. Right, okay. It's like Arsenal fan TV. This is like EW Labs. Regan and Mickey looked off the pace. So Brian was an idiot, but glad he was. No, I got to be fair. I think Regan and Mickey looked really good. I thought all the defence was really good. They didn't cause us any problems until they scored their goal, really. So no, I've got to disagree with that one. Jamie, evening Taff. Michael Flynn has recently been linked with Swansea and Plymouth jobs. How confident are you that Flynn will still be Cane's manager next season? I'm confident as long as bigger jobs don't come up. For me, Plymouth is not a bigger job. He won't leave to go to another club in the same division as us. I know that much. But then it would take a job like Swansea for him to go away, I think. I think it really, really would. He's at a club where he's appreciated by the supporters. He's got a good relationship with the board and the staff. He's got a team of players who are playing for him, and he's created something. Chris Curtin, still got about Tranmere. Wembley should have VAR. Completely agree. Still, it's done now. All up promotion next year up the county. Good man, yeah. I think it's not out of our reach. Who would have said the playoffs were out of our reach at the beginning of the season? Pretty much anybody, AJ is a disgrace. Absolutely, I'll agree with you on that one. Harry Kane shouldn't have started. I completely agree. Moura should have started. He got them there. The same as Origi should have started over Firmino, in my opinion. Did you see the Wrexham lad that took a £40 car to Madrid? I saw all about that, yeah. Fair play to him. If that actually got him there and then home, then what an investment. My video from Wembley is popular at the moment, 1,578 views. I tell you what, you got to link me up with that, Nick. I haven't watched it yet, I'm afraid, sorry. But yeah, link me up. Luke Kane, you gave a worse performance in a final this week, Spurs or Arsenal? I think Arsenal. Definitely Arsenal, yeah, because he got slaughtered. Spurs didn't get slaughtered. Although Liverpool were poor by their own standards, I don't think Spurs played badly. I think Spurs played well for the last 15 minutes. I don't think the Spurs played much worse than Liverpool. But Arsenal were an absolute shower, weren't they? Max Peters, what do you think about high spending Salford? I'm a big non-supporter of high spending in football when someone's got more money than somebody else. When an individual's got more money to put into a club, it's wrong. When a club is able to make more money than another club, then it's right. But then teams shouldn't be given an advantage over anybody else. I always thought if you're doing something that's giving you an advantage over somebody else that they can't replicate themselves, then that's basically cheating in a nutshell. So that's what I think about, giving someone more money to spend. Then there's investment, there's loans. It's like Les Scadding, the money he put into our club, we're paying him back for that, So if anyone says, "Oh, the only reason we got promoted is because of Les Scadding," well, we're paying him frigging back. Finn Chadwick, what fullbacks do you think we could sign? It depends, really. It depends who's been released. The thing is, we can't pay for anybody. Well, we shouldn't pay for anybody. There's always good enough players available for nothing, and there's always good enough players available for loan. So we never really need to pay for anybody unless you got someone in the non-league still in contract who we could actually get for a reasonable fee, who will make an impact, like Amond, of course. So I couldn't really say who we may sign, but it's, we'll just wait and see. Wait and see who's available. So Fried Water, Kane done nothing. Moura would have caused more problems. I think he lied about his fitness to the manager, probably, yeah. It's not the first time Kane's been a bit dishonest in the past, is it? Like claiming goals and, and not passing the ball for England, trying to be the star. I mean, Kane looks like a lovely bloke, but he's maybe a little bit too competitive for his own good. Marcus Major, see Zabrowski's Twitter earlier. Yes, his wife, who has been cheated on by Zabrowski, has got control of his Twitter. If you haven't seen it, go. It's absolutely hilarious. She has absolutely destroyed him. Fair play. Luke Haintley, thoughts on playing Chelsea Academy in pre-season? It's a shame it's not their first team. Why are we always playing academy squads? Why can't we play their first team squads? Why aren't we inviting big clubs to come down and play at Ronnie Parade? You know, their first team. You know, people are going to want to actually pay to come and see. You know, for a club that needs money, for a club that's trying to fill a gap, one of our priorities should be a couple of big friendlies to help plug that gap. Because if you say like have a Chelsea or an Arsenal or Liverpool to come down, or even like a Celtic or something like that, or even like an Aston Villa to come down with a first team, you're going to potentially sell out your stadium. You know what I mean? You know, and say tenner a ticket. You know, make it so it's affordable for everybody. Tenner for an adult ticket and all that, and then we fill the ground. You know, and fill up Bar Amber beforehand. We're going to make a bit of money. We're going to start plugging gaps and things like that. You know. I just don't get why we're playing, you know, I mean, yeah, the away games like the Chippenhams, your Undy, giving back to, you know, local-ish clubs and things like that, yeah, completely agree with doing them. And I actually really enjoy them. But we've got to start having a few ties at Ronnie Parade, you know, 2 or 3 bigger clubs, like what we did with Bolton and Stoke. I'd imagine that made us a little bit of money. It's what we need, and real Betis, of course. So we need to get into the habit of organising them kind of things. Or if we are going to play smaller clubs, a lot of smaller clubs, be marketing the club to try and get more supporters. You know, going out into in the Newport catchment area, places like Blackwood, Newbridge, Abertillery, Ebbw Vale, Blenavon, Pontypool. Going up into these places and playing local teams there with second string teams, of course, not first teamers, and going up there and marketing the football club to them and say, look, it's so easy to get down to come and watch us. These are our prices. Have like a little leaflet to hand out. Well, what if we got 500 more fans by playing 3 friendlies like that? You know what I mean? It's not rocket science, you know. Right, Nassi, you must have enjoyed the Royal Box. At any point did you want to be in the Newport end? For the entire game, I wanted to be in the Newport end. You know, there's times it went quiet. I wanted to start the chants off like I'm used to doing. There were times I thought, you know, this ain't me. What am I doing sat here? I swore. I got up and started raging at the referee and things like that. And we're talking like, you know, posh people around me. You know, God knows what they thought of me. I'm getting out of my seat. What the fuck are you on, ref? And people must have looked at me funny. I mean, you know, like you sit in a Royal Box and swear and shout and get out of your seat, and then start having a go at Tranmere fans in boxes behind me because they're moaning for every decision like the rest of them were. It was difficult, you know. But hey, there we go. Look at so when they play in Chelsea, I don't think the date has come out really, is it? Manklarks, I watched it with a lad who's Newport born. He was genuinely gutted, and I vibed from him. Mike Dean looked happy. Yeah, something not right about that. I still think there's something more sinister to that game. Completely agree. I can't help but think it's like I've made a point that obviously you had the whole Mike Dean thing. You had the thing where they wouldn't let our drum in, but they let their drum in. You had it in the hospitality. It's like Jim White and all his cronies and all that were just being like extra nice to us, as if they knew something bad was going to happen to us that day. They were just sucking up to us before the game and everything. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but something in the air didn't feel right. Who do you think Katie will sign us? Will Murray? Really haven't got a clue, mate. So many players good enough to play for us out there on a free at the moment. Really don't know. You know, there's no rumours of who we're linked with or anything yet. Luke County Flynn only having a year left on his contract is the club's top priority. Not at this moment. Getting together a decent squad is the top priority. Making sure we got our better players tied down to longer contracts should be a second priority. The first priority of January should have been signing the players we're losing right now, like your Dan Butlers and people like that. But then if Dan Butler wanted to leave for another club, fair enough. I said, well, sign a contract, use a minimum fee release clause of say 200k. Now, for a League One club, that's not too much money, especially for the bigger ones like Peterborough. Peterborough paid 500k for Connor Washington with add-ons. They'd have paid 200k for Dan Butler. We'd have been sitting there with 200k. That would have plugged the gap for the season. And obviously, there's the chance Joe Day, Mickey Demetriou are the two I think may end up going. There's two others. There's three of our best players losing for absolutely nothing. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong with how it works, but you know, that's what our priority should be doing. Is tying down our good younger players and making sure we're protected financially if we do end up losing them. So Joshua Williams says, hi, happy days. Cam Stacey Plymouth job has been filled. Yep, I think Ryan Lowe is now the manager. Don't think Flinney would have been the same success for Swansea as he's been with Newport. Maybe not quite now. Maybe he's not quite ready yet to take on a job as big as Swansea. Joe Hay to Oxford, apparently confirmed tomorrow. Hopefully not. EW Labs, the club needs to re-sign Flynn before anyone, as he only has a year left. Yeah, if we can get Flynn tied down on a long contract, it'll cost more to break him out of that contract as well. So if somebody does want to come and take him, do you think Salford will do good next year? More than likely, yeah, they'll invest highly in bigger players. I think they will do well. Nick Muller, don't know how to link. Sorry, it's on my channel. I'll have a look later, mate. I'll have a look later. Colin Simmons, special mention to Dan Butler, terrific player and clubman. Wish him well. Yep, definitely. I echo that, mate. Dan was a great servant to us on and off the pitch. And well, what else can you say about him? He's an absolutely special bloke. Always had time for fans. Always spoke to me whenever he saw me. Didn't have to. He could have just said hello and walked off. But no, he stopped and engaged me in conversation every time I saw him. I actually saw him once and he was stuck in a traffic jam and I was walking to Sinclair Volkswagen to go pick my car up. And he was stuck in the traffic and he actually called me over to come and talk to him. He noticed me and shouted to me and called me over. Fair play to him. So, yeah, really, really lovely bloke, Dan Butler. I really wish him all the best. Fried Water, the only thing I'm disappointed about not going up is that we're going to lose our better players, because if we weren't up, I think they would have stayed. If we went up, yeah, I think all of them would have stayed. They'd have all been signed up by now. Don't agree with the way Butler left. There was no other way around it. If we offered him a contract in January and he turned it down and then left on a free, yeah, maybe you can grumble a bit, but without that, no, I think it happens a lot. We lost Mark Byrne in the same way. We lost Ryan Jackson in the same way. It's just football for you in League Two. When you have success and you've got players coming out of contract, you'll lose them. Have you had a hashtag United? Yes, I have. Martin Clark, hi Taff. Let's hope Flynn stays and carry on the good work. I genuinely believe he can take us up and up the county. Well, I echo those words, up the county. Yes, definitely. And I definitely think Flinney has got it in him to take us up. I think a bit more consistency, a little bit of extra quality in the squad. And I think, yeah, if he replaces the players that leave adequately enough and adds well, you'd have a little bit of extra money. You'd have a bit of a bigger budget, obviously, because of the cup run and the extra money we've made from the playoffs. We've made quite a lot of money from that, mind. I think would be around about 300k we've made from just being in the playoffs, minimum. So, you know, even if we just threw the 300k in, say, there you go, there's another 300k for you this season. If Butler goes, obviously Butler, Day, Demetriou going, and we've released Crofts, who would have been on a big whack as well. You'll have a nice chunk of budget to work with there, so why not? So Nick Muller, need to get a good youth team. Well, we got a Category 3 youth academy at the moment, so that's all good. But any good player from the lower leagues never stays for long. You have to balance the books by selling them. Well, the reason why Exeter are more successful at doing this kind of thing than what we are is basically because they bring it through. They bring the players through their youth and tie them down to longer contracts when they know they're good enough for them. We bring in players for the season and hope they sign on with us for longer. So we've got to start getting them through the youth system if we can. Lewis Collins and Modu Toure and Jay Fulston, I hope they're going to play a bigger part in the first team next season. Oliver Allen, what's your thoughts on Matty Dolan? Lots of fans feel like he should go, but I feel like he's good, especially for squad depth. Agree with you. Yep, I think we should keep hold of him because he's capable of making something good happen. Good at coming off the bench, and he improved this season on last season. Still not quite the player I think he potentially could be, but then another season, maybe, you know, we may get the best out of him next year. EW Labs, I think we won't invite the main squads down. Is because why would they waste their time on lowly Newport when they could play Real Madrid? Yeah, well, yeah, but then you got to think about it. Like, Liverpool go and play, teams all over. I've seen Chelsea have played teams. Arsenal, all the top teams play other teams around. I think Liverpool went to Chester last year. You know, so why couldn't we at least get Swansea's first team to come down? Why couldn't we get Bristol City's first team to come down? There's a lot of, potential good clubs that could come and play at Roddy Parade for a friendly. Joe MTB, I can't wait for them to play Stoke. When do tickets come out for the game? Stoke. Don't believe we're playing Stoke. Surely we get a local championship down. Exactly what I've said. I think Cardiff wouldn't be a good shake because there'd be murder, there'd be fights everywhere. Chelsea vs County, July 27th. Oh, well, there we go then. So Marussia, Newport, any friendlies yet? Yeah, we're playing academy teams again. Chelsea's academy team, yeah, but we've already battered them 3-0. I don't know why we need them to come down again. Maybe they want a bit of revenge, possibly. Come on, the Port. I hear we got a new academy manager for next season. Yes. Oh, bloody hell. What's his bloody name again? I was just reading about it earlier. I can't remember his name. Can someone enlighten me, please? Anyway, a bit light on likes at the moment, guys. There's 30 of you in. You've only got 12 likes. How about we get the thumbs up going? Thank you very much in advance. James Norwood from Tranmere is on the way to Ipswich. Nick, I hope he fires you back into the Championship. I say we sign Van Dijk, if only. So Cameron again. Apparently we're playing Swansea, Bristol and Norwich all in friendly behind closed doors. Well, yeah, exactly. Why closed doors? I don't get it. Max Peters think we'll get James Collins. There's a shade, and his brother Simon did say to me once that he does want to come and join the county before he retires. So maybe. Craig Owe's in. Celtic treble winners again, yeah? Unless I'm mistaken. No, I'm sure you are, aren't you? Treble winners again for the Celtic. Congratulations. Luke County players will sign for a club of his stability and the manager sticking around. Completely agree with that, yeah. Because players want stability as much as managers do and as much as supporters do. So Collins at Ipswich, yes, but he is moving on, I believe, unless Nick, you can tell us any different. James Collins to Newport. Behind closed doors because of police costs. Not really, no, it depends. It really would depend on how big a team. But the thing is, even with police costs, you'd still make money. And would you have Tony Pulis as county manager? Yes, definitely. Right then, Mank Lax, you think that your defeat to City in the Cup speared Newport on to push to a playoff final? A touch of Pep allowing Newport players to help themselves to City merchandise in the change room. Pep is an absolute god, a football god. He was a fantastic player, an even better manager, and a really great human being at that as well. That's why with City winning everything, I don't like the fact that they're being funded by Sheikh Mansour, but for the sake of Pep Guardiola, I can't begrudge them too much on that. Can't afford Pulis. Depends what kind of price he names, to be honest with you. Years and years as a Premier League ref, he might have enough money stored away. I think Newport should sign Tyler Reid as Swansea released him. He came to us and he was poor. He was very poor when he came to us on loan, so I wouldn't have him. Collins a free agent. Yeah, I'd take him. Definitely take him. Luke County, would you write off the Cups next season for promotion? Absolutely. As long as promotion came with the fact that we've got more fans coming through the door, that extra money that we'd need to sustain in League One, I'd take the promotion over the Cups as long as that is a guaranteed. The extra support, the extra money and everything like that comes with it. Sebastian Bassong, according to Luke de Gilbert. Luke de Gilbert says a lot of things, don't he? Fair play to him. Love Luke to bits, but he does say a lot of stuff. Where are you from, my dude? Asks Joshua Williams. I'm from Newport in South Wales. Talking a lot about Newport County at the moment, guys. We look at pushing the subject on, but I'm trying to catch up on everything. I mean, you guys don't have no way to talk. Can't we play Cardiff in their stadium? It would be even worse there. New Academy, Jordan Gibson. I'm thinking of Gibson. I was thinking of the J. Jordan Gibson. Thank you, Marcus. Luke Archer, do you think we should get Benning from Mansfield? I would love Benning from Mansfield. I doubt we can afford him though. A new right wing back. Need a striker to bang them in. If Ammon goes, yes, we'll need another striker. At the moment, I think we're good for striker, aren't we? Unless Aziz goes. which I know a lot of people want. I think a lot of Aziz, I think he's a really, really nice bloke, but haven't done enough for me to warrant being in our squad. Um, Hopefully, if he stays, he can completely prove a lot of people wrong and have a great season with us. I really hope that can be the case, because he is a really nice bloke. Met him a few times, really happy to talk to me and the missus. So if he moves on, we'd need to bring somebody else in. But I would look at bringing in McCurdy anyway. He's been released obviously by Aston Villa. Kean Willis, what do you think of Dan Butler leaving? I wish him all the best of luck. Bit gutted that he's gone, of course. Well, not just a bit, very gutted that he's gone, but we were never going to keep hold of him, really, though, were we? Come on, the port. Do we need to improve in midfield if we want to go up next season? Midfield was poor sometimes, but I think the midfield improved throughout the season. And right at the end, having Labardi and Sheehan in form playing for us made a massive difference. And Bennett, unbelievable. What an absolute diamond of a player. The reason the midfield was so poor at the end is because of the dip in form from Baconson. But he's obviously signed a deal with Bristol City. I can't imagine he'll come back to us on loan. We got to obviously fill a couple of gaps in midfield, but hopefully, we do that well and we find someone who's going to score a few more goals. That's the only way I think we can improve the midfield. Finding someone who scores a bit more goals. Yes, I think he's moving on. That'll be about James Collins then, Nick. Thank you. Mitchell Jenkins, all right, Taff. All right, Mitchell. How's it going, my friend? Taff, opinions on the team of the season on FIFA at the moment? Lots. To be honest, I haven't bothered with Ultimate Team probably since I've done the videos, and I got absolutely jack shit in any of my packs. I tried getting more packs, and I got a lot of nothings, and I just completely lost faith in it. And now I've got possibly the greatest FIFA team I've ever played with on my career mode with Newport County, and it's absolutely banging. I'll tell you all about it later. Pretty much all my team are new gens. But I'll tell you what ratings I've got later on. If one of you can remind me, that's if you want to hear about it. Craig, oh yes, mate, not just won the treble, but we've now won 3 trebles in a row. So you won the treble. Banging. So, yeah, I mean, Rangers are gaining ground on you, unfortunately. It could be an interesting year next year if Gerrard is still Rangers manager. McCurdy was released by Villa. Would you take a gamble on him next season? Just said that, yeah, absolutely. And what sort of potential do you think we get in League One? 4,500 quite easily, as long as we get the right kind of momentum. Welsh game, I need Gary Warren. And I was waiting for the first Tranmere fan to come in with his 1-0 bullshit. Hey, how's it going? You scouse bin dipping rat. Piss off. Luke County. How will Wales get on against Croatia and Hungary? Is it away to Croatia and home to Hungary? If so, I think we're capable of getting a draw in Croatia and winning against Hungary. We could beat Hungary either way, wherever it is. If Croatia's at home, we can beat them. If it's not at home, then I think we can get a draw. Cameron Williams, Richard Rabbit. Need Anthony Joshua at top. Yeah. He'd go to the ground too often though, wouldn't he? That's the only problem. Mickey Mellon's going for 3 in a row. Grimsby Town. Mickey Mellon's going for 3 in a row. That's if he's not the Swansea manager. He is the odds-on favourite. Mitchell Jenkins. Think we need an experienced central midfield and a couple of decent fullbacks. Yeah, I'd agree with that. If Mickey Demetriou doesn't sign on with us, we'll need another centre-back, possibly 2 anyway. Poole and Ben White both out of contract. Will they take a stab at joining us on a permanent? Maybe. Great news that Sheehan and O'Brien are staying. Completely agree. Yes. Welsh gamer, do you think we could get Semenyo on loan again? Doubt it very much, unfortunately. He'll be fancied to play for Bristol City first team next season, I think. Nick Muller broke my rule and bought half and half scarf for the Newport Tranmere game. Needed something to wear. Fair one, mate. Fair one. It's a shame I wasn't down in with all you lot. It's been really nice to meet you, and Aidan was there as well, apparently. So Cameron, opinions on Newport signings, Dynamic Duo Brothers of Destruction, Undertaker and Kane. Oh no, we're being stupid now, aren't we? Paul Dixon, hi Chris. Hi Paul, how are you, mate? Grimsby Town on our way back, So Grimsby are going to have a good season next year then, are they? I think Demetriou, O'Brien, White is a back 3. Yeah, if Demetriou signs. If he doesn't, hopefully we can get Poole and White. I'd take them both. Now I caught up with you guys, half hour later. Jesus wept. It's the first the first 4 questions I got on trivia for you. So the first one, right, this one, right, is going to take some real thinking now. In England and Scotland, there is one team whose name doesn't contain any letters from the word football. So if you go football, so we got FOTBA and L. So that's the full name as well, the full name. There is one team that does not have any of the letters from the word football in them, in Scotland or England. Who is it? It's a nice tricky one to get you guys started now. In football, in the football league, English football league. So Wrexham is incorrect. Besides, there's an A. There's an A in Wrexham and there's an A in football. So you're wrong. Exeter is incorrect because there's a T in football. There's a T in Exeter. Penguin Boy, Upper County, hey, good man. Grimsby Town, but came in Mark and Mickey. They got tricks up their sleeves. We're on a trip to the moon, and then with Deadly Submarine. That's strange, but quite poetic. So Lanny got an L. Football. Besides, Lanny is not in England or Scotland. Yeovil, that's incorrect because they got an L. And football's got an L in it. Is it Berwick Rangers you're looking at there, and they got an A in there. Berwick Rangers is the full name of Berwick, and it's not spelt that name, it's spelt with a W, Berwick, technically, but Berwick Rangers is obviously, so it's the full name. So football. So Berry. Hold on a minute, it's got a B. It's got a B. Crew. Hold on a minute. It's Crew Alexandra. So it's Crew Alexandra, so you can't get that. You can't get that. Crew Alexandra. Obviously, you got the A in it. I think might be 1 or 2 more. So yeah, it's a lot more difficult than you think, guys, isn't it, this one? I still got 3 to go. Come on. Spurs. You can't have Spurs. It's Tottenham Hotspur. And there's obviously got a T. There's a T in football. And if enough of you say you want to be put out of your misery, because this is a bloody great question, isn't it? Type in "this is how it feels to be Tranmere" on YouTube. Taff really on, but I don't want to know how it feels to be Tranmere. I don't want to know how it feels to win an undeserved promotion. I don't want to know how it feels. Swansea City, it will be. So Swansea has also got an A in it. So it's England or Scotland. So Limerick is Irish. So there's only one team. There's only one team it can be. Leeds. So it's Leeds United, and there's a T in it. So it's got to be the full name of the club. So obviously excluding the FC part, excluding the football club. There is getting some stupid answers. Right then, so you guys keep thinking of that one. I don't think you're going to get it anytime soon. Let's get on to a bit of an easier one. Paul, you had to go and spoil it. There we go. Paul got it right. It's Dundee. It is Dundee. Dundee is the correct answer. And it couldn't have been Aberdeen because there's a B in there. So there you go. Paul Dixon, well done, mate. Move on to the next one. Who, most of you are going to get this, I'd imagine, quite quickly, but I took it down just in case. Who was the first Belgian to win the Premier League? The first Belgian player to win the English Premier League. Go for it, guys. Go for it. The first Belgian. And then we got 2 very, very difficult ones for you then. And there you go. Finn Chadwick went in with the first answer and he got it wrong. Luke Hainty was the first one in with the correct answer. Kompany. Vincent Kompany was the first Belgian to win the English Premier League. Well done, guys. I knew a load of you would just get it right straight away. But let's move on to the next one then, okay? Will County do a Notts County? Absolutely not. No way, Jose. Now these are the ones that you cannot Google these, and well, you could use Google to aid you, but it still wouldn't take you directly to the right answer. This is a who am I, based on teammates that they've had. So they've played with this player. It could be at club level or international. So Callum Winton, that's my opinion on Tranmere fans. I think that some of them have got a distinct lack of class about them. A lot of them are nice people. I'm actually quite friendly with some of them, funny enough. So, I don't begrudge them the promotion. I just feel we were completely hard done by. And obviously the ones who were throwing stones at, and hit a 10-year-old boy in the head, completely not on. Anyway, yes, we're back onto the trivia then, guys. Right. So this is a who am I based on teammates. So this person, you've got to think of who the individual I'm talking about is, has been a teammate of the following players. Been a teammate of Jamie Vardy, Richard Dunn, Stephen Ireland, Scott Carson, and Daniel Sturridge. Who is it? So I'll read them out again for you guys. Jamie Vardy, Richard Dunn, Stephen Ireland, Scott Carson, and Daniel Sturridge. So who is that individual? Two very incorrect answers there. Let's be serious about this, guys. Kasper Schmeichel's a good answer, but it's not correct, I'm afraid. Will Murray, obviously not. Nasser Chadley. No, but not a bad shout. Grealish, nope. Jack Butland, nope. I got a feeling Penguin Boy could be a friend of Weedy Weed, I think Grimsby Town is already a friend of Weedy Weed, and I know Callum is. Obviously it's not Salah. Yeah, I think Penguin Boy is Weedy Weed. You do look like a bit of a penguin, mind. You look like a reject from the old Batman series. So, if Joe Day goes, who would you want in the club? Depends who's available. It all depends who's available. Delate, no. Berahino, no. I told you, these are bloody difficult questions, man. These are really, really hard. So if any of you get it, then good on you. But I'll read out the players who he's been teammates of. So it's not Muamba. It's not Harry Kane. Let's be serious, guys. Come on. Crouch isn't a bad shape, but no. Jamie Vardy, Richard Dunn, Stephen Ireland, Scott Carson, and Daniel Sturridge. This player, has been a teammate of all of them. So who do you think it is? Shay Given's not a bad shape, but it's not correct, I'm afraid. Not Jonathan Walters either. Aidan McGeady, no. I'm going to have to start giving Shay Given is not the right answer, although that is a good shape though, Shay Given, because he's played for a lot of the same teams as this man. So Stephen Pienaar's not correct. Neither's Joe Allen. Neither's Benjani, but that's a good shape though, Benjani. Right. So this guy, he's an Englishman. He's a winger. He's a Premier League winner, and he is currently still a teammate of Jamie Vardy, if that is much help. So Aaron Lennon is incorrect. Pennant is incorrect. Damari Gray is incorrect. There we go. Someone's got it right finally. I think it was the clues, wasn't it? Mark Albrighton. It is. Right then. So there we go. Right, we do one more and then we start looking to wrap the stream up. Then, guys, one more. Who am I? Now I'm going to read out again 5 players who the player who is the correct answer has been teammates of. So here we go. So the first one is Shinji Kagawa, Kurt Zuma, Eden Hazard, Johan Cabaye, and Jimmy Traore. Now this is a very, very hard one. I didn't get this when I looked at it. Wrap it up. You only just started, Christ, you're a part-timer. Yeah, when I say wrapping it up, I mean giving you guys the opportunity to ask your own questions. Besides, I haven't given you a dilemma yet either, have I? I usually do a dilemma as well as the trivia. But Kevin De Bruyne is not a bad shape, but not correct. Pulisic is incorrect. So I'll read the players out again. So it's Shinji Kagawa, Kurt Zuma, Eden Hazard, Johan Cabaye, and Jimmy Traore. Now, I for one can't link him personally there's no one really that I can link him to. So Victor Moses is incorrect, Digne is incorrect. There's 4 players there that I can't really link him to. So Mounier is incorrect, Owen is incorrect, French Kante is incorrect, Torgan Hazard is incorrect. Right, I'm going to give you guys the first clue. No, actually, I'm going to give you 2 clues. He's not French, but he started his professional career in France. But I've said Shinji Kagawa. He was playing with Shinji Kagawa at Dortmund. Now and he is now playing in England. So I think with all that, you should be able to get it. So he now plays in England. He played with Kagawa at Dortmund, and I'd imagine all the rest of them, it's something to do with France. So Gundogan is incorrect. So he started his professional career in France. Diallo's incorrect. Started his professional career in France. He has played with Kagawa at Dortmund and is now playing in England. There we go, Luke. Yeah, whenever there's someone that always tends to get them right, Luke is always the one that comes in. Aubameyang, yes, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is the correct answer. So he's obviously played with the likes of Johan Cabaye, Jimmy Traore, Eden Hazard, and Kurt Zuma. I believe it would have been at Lille, possibly. So Bailey Goodall's asking, was Kevin Sharp? That's a good question. You want to ask him yourself, because I'm still waiting for him to answer me. No, he did text me earlier to say he couldn't make it, although he was meant to be coming. So then, guys, the 20p man. Oh, bloody hell, yes. What a legend. You retard. Getting mental, isn't he? Right then. So then, guys, where are we now? So, what do you think of the trivia? Difficult, except for the company one. I think pretty much everybody but one got that right, didn't they? Is anyone watching France versus Bolivia at 8? No, I got some Britain's Got Talent to watch. It's basically, Mrs. will let me do this as long as she gets to watch her Britain's Got Talent later on. You know what I mean? There's give and take in a relationship. Amber Talk ready for next season. All right, now that I've just been handed my my fiance's phone, and she has sent me what she's showing me is, this is her phone, by the way. It's a news article on Chris Zabrowski. So former EFL and non-league player gets outed as cheating scum as wife hacks his Twitter account. So experienced former English Football League striker Chris Zabrowski has been caught cheating by his wife, who has outed him on his own Twitter account. The former Millwall, Torquay, Wickham, Bristol Rovers, Cheltenham and Newport player, now a free agent after leaving National League side Eastleigh, was labelled a cheating scum. His wife has posted his conversations with a woman named Layla, who the wife ends up calling a fat, ugly cunt. I think you know what I mean there. And yeah, you look at the picture of her, and she's bloody awful. Yeah, I know. The wife on his profile also posted a photo of herself with a thumbs up, stating how you feel when you rat your husband out for cheating. And his wife's actually a pretty woman as well. She's actually a really pretty girl. And the girl that Zabrowski has been cheating on her with is an absolute dog. You don't understand it. The wife on his posted a thumbs up of herself. Let me get this and show you. That's his wife. That is his wife. Yeah? That is the dog he's been cheating on her with. I mean, you gotta be mental in the head, haven't you, to be doing that sort of thing. And she's also put screenshots shots up of and this girl is saying, I want you to F me in my soggy. What the hell is a fucking soggy? Pull my hair and spank my ass. Bloody mental, innit? So anyway, yeah, this will provide you some good entertainment. Also look at his Wikipedia page. She keeps messing around with his Wikipedia page. It's funny as hell, guys. It really, really is. But for some reason, I'm getting some problems here because it's saying to me that I've got nobody in here and I've got no likes at the moment. So I don't get what's going on. Right. Who was in best position to stay up next season? Villa, Sheffield United or Norwich? I think Norwich, because of how good they were, in a very similar circumstance to Wolves. Villa have got, well, I think all three of them potentially could stay up because there's plenty of teams who are in the Premier League right now who could fall down, like the likes of Brighton, for example. Who else stayed up? Well, that's the thing. I mean, the three weakest teams technically did go down, I think. So it could be an interesting one. I think Villa should stay up. Norwich will be in a good position to stay up, although they never tend to know how to. Sheffield United are the same. Whenever they've gone into the Premier League, they've always fallen. Welsh game of Penguin boy. I'm not a Penguin. WTF or whatever. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Look, guys. I think we're getting some issues here. I don't know why. But we're on 46 minutes. We usually do this for 3/4 of an hour to an hour anyway. You've had 4 good trivia questions, and we've had some good conversations about different football type stuff. And obviously Chris Zabrowski's problems that he's got. Also Joey Barton's stag do as well, with him sparking someone out on the beach. That was bloody mental, wasn't it? Anyway, I think I'm getting you all back now. Saying I got 23 likes again now, but no, that keeps flashing off. Look, I think we're having some technical issues here, guys. So also on the monetization, you probably noticed we've had a bit of a purge on the channel. We've actually had to get rid of some of our videos, unfortunately, some of our better ones as well. You know, compilations were a thing of the past on YouTube, unfortunately. So it looks as though our neutral stuff is going to be a thing of the past, unless our neutral fans, like we got the Exeter fans in here, we've got Grimsby fans who come in here, we've got Notts County fans who come in on here. I just had a message through from Callum Winterton to say won't let people comment, there's an error and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to leave it there, guys, for now. Hopefully everything will be alright for next week, and we'll see you next Sunday. Alright, thank you all, and we'll see you again next time. Cheers for now, and as always, up the county. Good night.